Hi guys, hope all of us are doing great. My name is Ernest and this is Ernest Sciences and Mathematics TV channel. You can find us on YouTube and social media by following links that are normally put in the description boxes. And also we can be able to follow us and of course join our discussion through the comment section and engage us in various topics that we do in mathematics, physics and chemistry. So in this specific case, we are going to look at a topic in mathematics. And this topic is going to find, of course, wide applications in various topics that we're going to look at in physics, especially under the concept of geometry. Now, in this case, I'm going to look at the equations of lines and planes. And this basically is going to assist us to try and define some of the characteristics of planes and lines that we're going to look at later, either in terms of applications or various areas of mathematics and physics. So suppose I'm just going to give an illustration on the board that is going to assist us define the same. So suppose we have this Cartesian coordinate axis for x, y, and z. I'm going to have this one. So we have defined in our introduction to geometry the concept of a plane and a line. I said that the plane is the shortest, a line is the shortest distance between 2 points, and this one I can give between P and Q. And we see that a plane is a two-dimensional aspect which is going to extend infinitely in 4 directions. And of course, in some cases, we're going to confine or rather create boundaries between these 4 particular directions for this specific plane in order to define some regular figures. So in this case, I'm going to use this particular case for the plane, which is going to be illustrated on this x, y, and z axis given as such. And this plane is going to be of this 3-dimensional illustration that I've just given on the board. Now, suppose we have 2 points in this on this specific plane. Let me give them as those 2 points, and there's a line that is joining them that is going to be illustrated as such. So I'm going to give this one as point P0 and point P. So this line that is going to join them can be given as the line P0 and P are given as such. So suppose there is another line which is of course normal to this plane. Normal means that it's going to form a right angle in this specific case, and this line is going to form a vector which we can be able to define as a normal vector A, B, and C given as such. So if we want to find the relationship between this particular vector and the plane which I've indicated using perhaps, let's give this one as point A, B, and C. So if you want to find the relationship that exists between this point A, B, and C, which is a plane on this Cartesian coordinate system, we're going to find the relationship between this normal and this specific plane that I've given in that specific case. So we can generally give the points for P, for X, Y, and Z in a 3-dimensional space as such. And our P0 is going to be given as X0, Y0, and Z0 respectively. So from this specific perspective, then therefore we can be able to find a vector P0P by finding the difference between these 2 specific points, whereby we are going to find the range in X minus X0, and then Y minus Y0, and then Z minus Z0 given as such. So this is going to give the description for the vector. You can just give it as such. The description for that resultant vector that is going to be realized from this specific relationship between the two. Now, in us trying to find the relationship between this specific vector and this normal line, that this is another vector which is going to be given as ABC, where ABC are non-zero values. Then we're going to see that we can be able to give the relationship from the concept of vectors that we said. If we have a plane and another a vector along this plane which is PB, so this PB and the dot product over these 2 vectors are going to give us a 0. So this implies that the vector POP and N, which is a normal, are orthogonal. Orthogonal, which means they meet at 90 degrees. So from this geometrical interpretation, then therefore we can be able to give a relationship that exists between this normal and this one. And that one is going to appear in terms of the point normal of the equation of that specific plane. So therefore, the difference between those ones and the coefficients for this normal are going to give a cross product that is going to be an equation over that specific plane. So therefore, we're going to have that cross product given as this one, which is a P dot n, given as this is a x minus x 0. So this is y minus y0, z minus z0, and this is going to be dot a, b, c given as such. So the dot product of those one are going to give us a into x minus x0 plus b into y minus y0 plus c into z minus z0 given as such. So this is going to be equivalent to 0. So therefore the equation of that specific of course, this product, the equation of this specific dot product is going to give us what we refer to as the point norm of the equation of the plane that I've given for A, B, and C. So therefore, we can be able to find the relationship for this specific equation using this particular norm that I've given generally for the case of that one. So in case if we try to consider a specific example, we're going to see how that one is going to have an interplay, and then therefore we can be able to give a general statement that is going to confirm whether it is the true case for all values or other aspects which are going to be dealing with the concept of course a plane in three-dimensional space. So suppose we have 2 points and we have been asked to find the plane of that specific equation. So we're going to see that if we are requested to find the equation of a plane passing through the point, so this is a plane that is passing through the point. I'm going to give this point in terms of a P, which is 3, -1, 7 given as such for x, y, and z. And this specific point is perpendicular to a vector that is a normal, which is going to be given using the coordinates 4, 2, and -5 given as such. So we have said we can be able to find the relationship that exists between this particular point and the normal in order for us to find the relationship that is going to give us the equation of the plane by finding the difference between, let's assume there's a point P0 that is going to be given as x, y, and z. So the difference between, or rather the vector that's going to be created by PP0 can be given as x minus the value for x for this specific point, and then we're going to have a y minus the value for y for this, so it's going to be a +1, and then z minus the value for this is 7 given as such. So in this case we're going to just have this one together with the normal, and this is going to be given as P0P dot normal. It's going to be equivalent to 0. So these are vectors. So therefore, we're going to have this one given as x minus 3, y plus 1, and then z minus 7 dot this normal. So it's going to be 4, 2, -5 are going to give us 0. So therefore, this is going to give us what we have referred to as the point norm of the equation over that specific plane. And if we try to evaluate that one, we can be able to do just a simplification by multiplication of the respective terms. So this is going to be 4 into x minus 3 plus 2 into y plus 1. And then this is going to be plus, minus 5 into 2 minus 7 given as such. So this minus sign is going to have an effect, so that's going to be equivalent to 0. So we can evaluate that one because of space. I'm going to give it as a final expression for 4x plus 2y minus 5z plus 25 is equivalent to 0. So this is going to be the equation for that specific plane that is going to be defined by this point and the normal point that I've given on the board as such. So if we try to consider this one, And therefore, we're going to give a statement that is going to define the concept of a plane, and given some points how we can be able to define the concept of a plane in general. And that's going to form our theorem. We said from our first discussion on scientific terms that we have what we call a theorem, and this is going to be a statement that is going to be true for some values which have been given, or proven to be true for some values or which have been given, and therefore this is going to form our general illustration for this, especially on the concept of planes, whereby we are going to find the equation. So if we have points A, B, C, and D, which are constants, and A, B, C, and D are not non-zero values. So if we have the values of A, B, C, and D, which are constants and non-zero values, then the graph of the equation, can be given as ax plus by plus cz plus d, which is equivalent to 0. And this is going to be the general form of an equation of a plane having the vectors, which is a normal that we can be able to give as a, b, and c are given as such. So therefore, this is the general illustration that we have been giving for the last two examples that we have done for the general case and the specific case. And this is the general format that is going to give the expression of a plane in three-dimension space. So next we're going to look at as well the equation of a line, and those together are going to assist us, of course, in trying to perform some areas which are going to be application areas of this particular aspect of a line and equation in three-dimension space. So that is it for now, guys. Check in our description box for various links of other videos which are related, of course, and give us a feedback in the comment section. So and I'd like as well to request guys to subscribe to our channel so that it can be a vibrant channel and assist us discuss and assist one another in these various topics of mathematics, physics, and chemistry. So bye. That's it for now. God bless.